There's something nobody talks about enough. That feeling of knowing you want more, but not knowing what. Of feeling like something needs to change, but not knowing how. Of waking up one day and realizing you've been going back and forth on the same thing for weeks, maybe months, without being able to move. Without knowing where to begin. It's not laziness. It's not lack of motivation. It's something harder to explain than that. It's carrying all that weight inside and not finding the right words to describe it. It's wanting to start something and shutting down before you even try. It's knowing there's a version of your life that feels more like you, but having no idea how to get there. And the hardest part isn't feeling it. The most exhausting part is that you've been here for a while. This isn't new. It's been building. Weeks, months, maybe longer. Going in circles on the same thing. Wanting to move. Feeling ready one day and completely stuck the next. Waiting for the right moment that never seems to come. If you clicked on this, it probably wasn't by accident. Something in you recognized those words. Something in you knows exactly what this wait feels like. And if that's you, I want you to know that what you're feeling makes a lot more sense than you think. Stay, because that's what this is about. When you search something like that, I don't know where to start. What comes up are lists, steps to follow, frameworks like it's an organization problem, like steps 1, 2, and 3 will somehow make everything click. But you and I both know that's not it. Not knowing where to start isn't about not having a plan. It's heavier than that. It's waking up at the same time every day, going through the same routine, and feeling like time keeps moving, but you're still in the same place. It's opening your phone and seeing someone your age with their life, looking put together, and feeling something you can't quite name. Not jealousy exactly, not admiration exactly. Something more uncomfortable than both. That question that shows up uninvited, quietly, when you least expect it. What am I even doing? It's that frustration of knowing you want something different, but not knowing how to move toward it. It's having things inside you that want out and not finding the way. It's living a life that looks fine on the outside, but feeling like something's missing on the inside. Something you still can't name. And the hardest part isn't recognizing it. It's that you can't explain it to anyone without it sounding like too much. Because on the outside, everything's okay, nothing's broken, but on the inside, something weighs on you. And you carry that alone, quietly, especially at night, especially when the phone goes dark and it's just you and your thoughts. That's what not knowing where to start really is. Not a phrase. A buildup of everything you haven't been able to figure out yet. And the hardest part isn't feeling it. The hardest part is what comes next. That moment when you decide enough is enough. That this time you're actually going to move something. And then the fear shows up. Not just one. All of them at once. The fear of trying and it not working. The fear of putting your time, your energy, real parts of yourself into something and it not being enough. The fear of people seeing that you tried and it didn't pan out. And the hardest one to admit, that it does work, and it still isn't what you hoped for. And that fear doesn't show up looking like fear. It disguises itself. It shows up as perfectionism, as preparation. It convinces you that you're not ready yet, that something's still missing, that the right moment is coming. And meanwhile, the days stay the same. I know because I've been there, because honestly, I still am sometimes. I spent weeks in that cycle just to build this video, changing the title, changing the direction, changing the whole idea every time it didn't feel good enough. Looking for the perfect structure, the right method, the framework that would guarantee this would work before I even started. And without realizing it, and all that trying to get it right, I got lost. I reached a point where I didn't even know what I was trying to do anymore. Where the original idea had gotten buried under so many layers of planning, I didn't recognize it. And that's when I finally asked myself the one question I'd been avoiding. Where do I start? I went back to the beginning, to zero, to this. And I realized something I didn't expect. The problem was never the idea, it was fear, dressed up as perfectionism. And perfectionism, when you see it for what it is just a really polished way of never starting. And that's not a coincidence. There's a reason for that. There's something fascinating about how the brain actually works in all of this. Every time you think about starting something new, something you don't have control over yet, something where there's a real chance of failing, your brain reads it as a threat, and it does what it always does. It stops you. Not because you can't, but because it was built to keep you safe. And the unknown, to your brain, has always been dangerous. But the brain isn't fixed. It can change, it can build new paths, new responses, new ways of processing what you go through. And the most important thing is that it doesn't need one massive decision to do that. It just needs you to act even when you're scared. To take a step even when you don't have everything figured out. To show it, just once, that there was no disaster on the other side. And that recalibrates it, slowly, from the inside. Change doesn't start when you stop being afraid. It starts way before that. It starts when you decide to move anyway. When you choose to do something. Anything. Even if you're not sure it's the right thing. Don't wait until you feel ready. That almost never happens before you start. It happens after. It always happens after. I don't know how this video found you. I don't know if you searched for it. I don't know if it showed up in your feed at a moment you needed it, without knowing you needed it. But something made you click, and something made you stay until now. And that tells me something about you. The person who's truly given up doesn't make it here. They don't search. They don't listen. They don't stay. But you did, and that means there's something inside you that hasn't gone out yet. That spark that keeps going even when everything else says stop. That voice that's still there, quiet sometimes, but present, telling you there's something more, that you can, that it's worth trying. Don't let that go, because that spark you still have is the most valuable thing you have right now. Not the plan, not the certainty, not the version of you that already has it all figured out. That, the thing that still hasn't gone out. This video is my first step, not the script I imagined, not the perfect structure I spent weeks chasing, not the polished version of everything I wanted to say. This one, imperfect, honest, built from the only thing I knew for sure was mine. What I'm genuinely living while I create this. I'm still scared. I still doubt myself. There are still moments where I feel like I'm not going to get to where I want to get. But I'm here, taking this step without having everything figured out. And if you're listening to this, it means that step got to where it needed to go. It means my fear was just fear. Yours is too. And before you close this, I want you to sit with something. Go back to that question we started with. I don't know where to start. The one that weighs on you, the one that paralyzes you, the one that feels like it has no clear answer. What if you already have it? Because sometimes not knowing where to start isn't a sign that you're not ready. It's a sign that you've spent so long looking for the perfect answer that you stopped hearing the one that was already there. Simple, obvious, yours. For me, it was this: creating something from an honest place, not a perfect one, not from mediocrity, but from the most authentic thing I had. And it turns out that was enough to start. For you, it's going to be something different. But it's there. You already know what it is. Not the perfect step, the next one, the one you already know but haven't believed in enough yet. That's all you need right now. This is chapter 0, and if you made it here, you've already started. I'll see you in the next chapter.